Welcome to the Gen Z Sanctum. Another wonderful Wednesday.
I'm kidding. We are recording.
Wow. Okay.
Got him.
Wow.
Continue.
Okay. As he
Continue.
wonderfully interrupts my intro after we're actually recording this time.
I know. I thought I'd get
But
you.
Anyway, it is another episode of the Gen Z Sanctum. I am your host, Nathan, with my co-host, as usual, Nate.
Boo. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay.
So,
as typical with these podcasts, we're going to start out with some small talk. We've got a bit of interesting small talk to talk about. Apparently, Nathaniel has a really big story he wants to tell me about.
Oh, yeah, this small talk is going to be more medium to large talk. Let's be honest. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you were wondering why I interrupted Nathan during the episode intro, because when I first tried to record this, my software bugged out, and he was just doing his intro, and I didn't stop him until he got to the point where he introduced me, and then I was like, oh, by the way, it's not actually recording. And he's like, well, interrupt me next time if that happens. And I was like, okay. And then I just decided to interrupt him when it was actually recording.
Wow.
Anyway, that's background. Anyway, so how are you? Are you? I don't know.
I've had an interesting day at work, but I'll let you tell your story first.
Okay, so this is the story about the car accident I was in on Monday.
So how'd that happen?
So you know the compilation on YouTube called Idiots in Cars?
Yes.
Well, I ran across an idiot on Monday. So, as you know, or may not know, I went Monday to see the Napoleon movie at the AMC Theater in Traders Point.
Yes.
And the runtime was 2.5 hours, and when it was done, it was 6 p.m. and the sun was down. So I come out of the theater, and I'm like, oh, it's dark. Okay, let me get my headlights on. And by the way, the headlights on the Jetta are a little cloudy, so they're not extremely effective, but they work for what I needed. But apparently not well enough, because guess what happened?
You couldn't see somebody pulling in front of you.
So, not exactly. Yes, I couldn't see, but for another reason. So, I pulled out onto Zionsville Road. So I'm going Zionsville Road, and I'm preparing to get over to the left into 2 turn lanes to turn left onto 86th to come all the way back to a ditch to come home. So I'm about ready to get ready to pull over into the turn lanes when in comes the idiot. Road was mostly clear. There were no other cars on this road. Guy turns from 86th Street into the opposite oncoming lane with not only his brand new blue LED headlights on, but also his brights all the way up. Directly into my eyes, could not see anything on the road. And I'm like, well, I know that there's 2 turn lanes up ahead, so I'm going to start, getting over so I can make my turn. But because I couldn't see anything, I went a little bit early and went up onto the median. One side of the car, not all the way up on the median, but like driver's
one
tires.
Thing I would have done is I would have flashed my brights at that guy like a million times.
Oh, yeah. That's because, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan is a bit of an aggressive driver. Anyway.
No, it's called turn your brights off. I can't see.
Exactly. This all happened in a few seconds, so I didn't have time to react and think about it.
So you didn't actually hit someone.
I didn't hit someone. He turned brights all the way up in my face. 1 nanosecond later, I begin to go to my left to get into the turn lanes too early and pop half the Jetta up on the median, and then when the median runs away to create the 2 turn lanes, I come slamming down off the median into the turn lane. So, yeah, the driver's side tire has a bent rim.
Nice. Is that all you damaged, or did you damage any more?
That's all. That's pretty much all that was damaged. Was I was came slamming down, and the driver's side tire went. Well, it went flat, but only because the rim had bent. So
Oh yeah.
it didn't go flat immediately though. I made it to ditch and was going down ditch to turn onto Hoover to go home, and that's when the light came on the dash, so it didn't immediately lose pressure.
Okay. So
But
it was like almost on your way home, the light came on.
correct. I was almost home and it was like, beep boop, your tire's fricked. That would be hilarious if there was like
Well, hey,
a
when
voice.
you said that, I kind of got worried. I was like, "Oh no, you hit someone."
Nah, I didn't hit someone. Someone was an idiot and I went up on the median.
Yes.
So
But you realize there's a feature on a car flashing your brights. That's
exactly.
one of two reasons. One, you're supposed to tell somebody, "Hey, your brights are on. Shut them off. I can't see."
Again.
Or two, it's a way to say, your turn, go.
Again, this all happened in the manner of a couple of seconds, so I didn't have time to react. Guy turned brights immediately in my face. I'm like, dang it. Next nanosecond, I'm on the median. Second nanosecond, he's already passed me. He came around the corner fast enough that he had already passed me by the time I came down off the median. I was like, dang it! But I pulled immediately into a gas station, got out, see if there was any damage to the car, got underneath, there was nothing dripping, opened the hood, there was nothing obviously wrong. So came home and yesterday went to Firestone and had them check it, and they were like, yeah, so we checked the alignment. The alignment is decent. It's okay. Thankfully, the Jetta has a lifetime alignment warranty on it. But he said we also have lifetime tires on that car, but it doesn't include the rims, just the tires. But he said, yeah, the driver's side, the reason why it's going flat is not because there wasn't any glass. I thought at first that there was some glass on the median that I hit on my way up and over.
Well, first of all, glass is not strong enough to pop a tire.
Oh yeah,
especially from the weight. No. The only way glass is going to be strong enough to pop a tire is if you hit it at its strongest point.
Or if it's sharp.
Glass is always sharp.
Exactly. So it could, depending on how worn your tires are.
Maybe, but you also got to consider glass shatters fairly easily, but also depending on the kind of glass you run over can determine whether it would pop your tire or not. I would be more worried about running over a nail or something.
Yeah, well, all of that would be on a median. So at first, I thought I'd hit something on the median when I went up and over, and it was like, oh, your tire's going low. I was like, shoot, there's probably something on the median I couldn't see that I went over when I went over the median. Thankfully, they just said, oh yeah, your rim was bent enough that it was letting air out slowly, and but we can fix that. So we are gonna be getting it fixed soon. They said we couldn't. For some reason, Firestone's like, yeah, we don't do rims.
Yeah.
So
they don't repair rims. You can take it to a rim shop and they'll rebend it back in place.
Yep. So we're getting a new rim for probably a new tire as well for that front driver's side. But they said, thankfully, for some reason, that was the only tire that got damaged. Like the other back tire didn't get damaged. Probably because I was coming down.
It's probably because the front tire took most of the blow.
Correct.
Going up onto the.
But it's a real, with warranty and everything. It's actually going to be pretty cheap to repair. Probably about $100 or less, depending.
That's not horrible.
Like a new rim. So anyway, that's my story. That happened on Monday evening. And here we are. So what's your story?
Well, the important thing is that you were safe.
Yes, I was safe, and that idiot is his IP address, guys. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I would have flashed my brights at him, but it all happened very.
It all happened so fast that it didn't
I did,
cross your mind.
yeah, I didn't have time to reach over and flash my brights, so it was like, shoot. Well, I guess I'm gonna go home. He was already gone. Anyway, what's your small talk story?
So apparently, the post office that we get our trucks from is so far behind because they recently just got a new shipment of new postal service vehicles that I have nothing to work on.
So, you just stood around in the shop and did nothing?
Well, fortunately, my boss is starting to trust me with customers' cars now.
Oh,
so I finished up replacing the transmission on a mail truck this morning, but then after that, it was either working on a customer's car or just walking around.
Or I don't know if you could just go home. I think you have to stay. Yeah.
No, because I'm salary, so even if I were to leave in the middle of the day, I'm still getting paid for a full day.
Which is a little bit cheating. If you just leave.
No, that's just how salary works.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm saying you could have left in the middle of the day, maybe.
Yeah, if I want to get fired.
So you can't. Okay. Anyway, so
I can't just leave.
You can't like walk up to your boss and be like, "Hey, there's nothing to do. Can I leave?" or whatever.
Oh no! Even though there's no cars to work on, there's always something to do. Like I was walking around watching other people, or I was
watching TikTok.
Else, but stock. Yes. Okay.
Yep. Anyway,
that's where that B-rail came today. No mail.
No mail, and your face just 5 inches from the camera.
Yes. I could be closer.
No, oh yeah. Literally, we could see your nose hairs in that photo. Anyway, but you did a customer car?
Yeah,
You worked on a customer car?
Yeah, I had a car that came in for an oil change and a tire rotation.
Oh, that's pretty basic.
It is pretty basic, yeah.
Just like you. I'm kidding.
Okay.
That's hilarious. Anyway,
but yeah, not as interesting as your story.
Oh yeah,
but
that was fun. You would not believe the amount of words I was yelling in my car on the way home.
Oh, I'm sure. you could imagine if that situation went down with me, what I'd be saying.
Oh, if that situation went down with you, you would blink the.
No, you'd pull out your phone and start recording like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And also, here's what would happen. I would tell Nathan to stop. He would flash his lights into the guy. Then he would turn around, follow the guy for a while on his bumper, flashing your lights, go around him, flip him off, and then probably get shot. I don't know. But, like, Nathan's a little aggressive like that. Anyone tries to...
If somebody pisses me off, they might want to rethink their decision.
Yeah, I've been riding with Nathan for a while, and if anyone, like, so much as doesn't understand how
I'm not as bad as your dad, though. Your dad
on
the horn for like I know you shouldn't. The only reason I lay on my horn is if somebody is trying to cause an accident.
Exactly.
Like, not just because somebody's driving stupid. I'll honk at them, yes, but it's like a little beep. Like, if somebody's trying to cause an accident, come into my lane, I'm laying on that horn until they move back over.
But here's what my dad does. So my dad, he'll be driving, and anyone like makes even like the slightest of errors on the road or in the roundabout. This is what he does. This goes for 5 minutes. And then my dad's arms are in the air. What are you doing? And yeah, that's a basic trip with my dad. It's hilarious. But yeah, you do something similar. Like me and you were out the other week or something, and we were going around roundabouts, and someone was obviously didn't know how a roundabout worked, and didn't know that you were supposed to yield, and so came out as Nathan was kind of driving around, and Nathan had to brake and wait for him, and Nathan was like, "Ha!" And he was like, "Oh my god, why don't you learn how to drive? You stupid." And that was kind of how that went. So yeah.
But also another thing that changed as of yesterday, we now have a garage again.
What?
A garage, like a garage you keep your car in or stuff and things.
You or your shop?
No, like I do, like at our apartment.
Did you move apartments again, or what happened?
No.
Oh.
It's a detached garage.
Oh, you mean one of those others that are that's two. You mean one of those others that are like across from the apartments that you'd like pull your car into? That have a door and everything? Oh, okay. So like I'm assuming that's extra money.
Yes.
Wise. Okay. So you wanted to do that. I'm assuming you want to do that because Ryan has a new fancy car and you don't want it getting like smashed or broken into or whatever.
No, it also prevents us from having to pay for 2 storage units.
Ah, okay, right. You had 2 storage units? Wait, hold on.
We had 1 storage unit in our old apartment by our old one.
You were still paying for that one?
I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
We kept it because we didn't have any room for anything.
Right, okay. But and then you had another one that was next to your apartment? Now the new one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're getting rid of the one that's next to our old apartment.
Ah, okay. Speaking of old apartment, ladies and gentlemen, the Minecraft server, which is still online, I have no idea. It's been 6 days into December. It's still online. I just recently went back and visited your old apartment, and I gotta tell you, there's still stuff missing. You haven't completed the old apartment.
I know there's stuff missing.
But like, yeah, it's cool to walk around there. It kind of almost feels sad because like you're walking around like, and the whole place is abandoned. Nobody's been on in like 2 weeks or longer.
Yeah, I should probably get on, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because like, ooh, and also, fine. Okay, this was happening yesterday evening. I could only get on that server and no other server. What the frick did you just type, Nathan? What the frick did you just... Guy just...
I'm just casually talking and just pressing.
Nathan, hold on. Guys...
I just started randomly typing the keyboard and I just pressed
sent an entire paragraph of, if I pronounce it correctly... Yeah, that's essentially a whole paragraph of that. Just a bunch of J's. Just all that random garbage.
No, but the funniest thing was your reaction. You're just like,
what the
so anyways, just, what the frick, dude?
Nathan sends that, and I'm just like... Anyway, yeah. Oh, he's typing more, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what garbage he sends now. Like his entire existence. I'm kidding. All this aside, Nathan, what's the topic? We're a good 18 minutes into the episode.
Are we done with small talk? Or
yeah, I'm done. I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say. Okay. What's the actual topic?
The actual topic is Christmas.
Oh, yes.
It is that time of year.
Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. So, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, Christmas.
So
yep. Big question I have for you, Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Do you decorate at all for Christmas? Like, put up any kind of lights? I know you have, like, a little miniature tree.
Yes.
Next to your computer, but anything else besides that?
Not yet. I'll probably think of something else. But like honestly, not really. No.
You don't really decorate anything. Do you even have decorations or not? Really?
Oh, we have an entire box of decorations out in our garage that will probably be neglected for at least a couple more years until we have something to do with it. But like, yeah, it's used to do a lot. Here's the thing. Every year we would put up icicle lights we'd hang icicle lights all along the front and some of the back of the house. It would look nice. It would look fresh. We'd do that on a relatively warm day for December. We'd go out there and hang those up. We have brand new gutters this year, so we're not hanging anything from them. So can't do that this year.
I will say, however, no, I know you're not decorating, but they do make shingle and gutter clips.
That's what we have, but we're not going to damage the new gutters by hanging our lights up on them.
Because we're not like Christmas Vacation where we just staple all the lights into the roof. And
no. Nobody has time for that. We've actually got clips that clip on to the little lip on the underside of the overhang, but even that would take the brand new paint off because the clips are kind of meant to keep the lights up there the whole Christmas month. So if we took those down at the end of the year, there would be a scratch mark every 5 feet on the gutters of just the new paint scratched away, and that would look really tacky. So we're not doing that this year. But maybe in a year or two when it's set in and everything, maybe. But I hope by this time next year to be in my own place. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Watch me not have a job and still be here next Christmas. Anyway, no. If that happens, I will probably cry.
Yes.
Anyway.
And I will stand around and record you while you do something. No,
yes, and I will then blow you. I'm kidding. Oh, wait a minute. What? I'm kidding.
Hey, yo, hold up.
Hey, hold up.
Kids listen to this.
Well, what do you mean kids listen to this? Anyway. Oh, speaking of this podcast, I wanted to read you something. Our podcast's Spotify Wrapped stats came in. And I wanted to read you those stats. Would you like to hear them?
Sure.
Okay, explore your Wrapped. Okay, it's loading. It's pretty fast. It'll tell us stuff like what our most popular episode was this year and who listened and blah 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 and yada 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 and garbage. I'm kidding. It's not that bad. 2023 Spotify Wrapped. Your Wrapped is here. It's really big and flowery. People were really feeling what you do. What does that even mean? Feeling what you do. Don't touch what I do. Anyway, sorry, that's okay. Ready? Let's take it from the top. Okay, speaking of top, your top episode was episode 4, growing up, meeting each other, and struggles along the way. That was our top listened to episode, was episode 4.
Huh.
Fun. It was streamed 134% more than your average episode. Yeah, because it probably has 2 views instead of 1.
Yeah.
United States was your top country. Yeah, because nobody outside the United States cares. Anyway, no. Your listeners have good tastes, obviously. So what else are they into? Some pretty freaky stuff if they're listeners of us. Your listeners' top podcast genres were 1, comedy, 2, religion and spirituality, and 3, leisure, which is just relaxing, I'm assuming. Your listeners' top music genre was pop, CCM, rap. What is CCM? Hold on, let me look this up. What is CCM?
I have no idea.
What is CCM music? Contemporary Christian. Okay, I didn't even know that was a music genre. So basically country music. I'm kidding. Your listeners definitely told your friends about you. This is really flowery and stuff for see, here's how listeners spread the word. 100% direct link. That's how they spread it. Just 100% of a direct link. Can't forget to give a shout out to your biggest fan, which is you're a top 10 podcast for 11 fans, top 5 podcast for 10 fans. Drum roll, please. you're the number one podcast for 7 fans. 7 fans. Let's zoom out. Okay, this is just a big slideshow. What a year! And then it goes over the exact same stats I just read. What else does it say? Gen Z Sanctum, thank you for sharing your podcast with the world. Yes, you're welcome. And then what else? Yeah, that's pretty much all that was. Just congratulations, you had 2 listeners this year. I'm kidding. But yeah, like essentially, it would be more surprising, like if our podcast was extremely popular to see those statistics. But really, this is just for like the last couple of months worth of recording, which is still like a lot, but not as much as you'd think.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Christmas.
That is a shame that you don't decorate as much as you used to for Christmas.
Yeah, no. Like
that's half of the fun of the season.
Yeah. Kind of. I have the little tiny tree that my sister got me for Christmas 5 years ago sitting up on top of my little PC. It's a little like 3.5-foot tree that just has preset lights on it, and I plug it in every time I get up and do stuff. So that's fun. So Nathan, I'm assuming you do some decorating.
Okay, so Christmas decor. I have colored Christmas lights around my entire room. I have a 6-foot tree in my room.
Yep.
I have a 6.5-foot tree out in the living room. I have lights decorating the outside. We got another tree. And we got another tree in the kitchen. That's a fiber optic tree, super fancy. Yes, we decorate.
So,
we also have stockings over the fireplace. We also have a wonderful garland over the mantle over the fireplace. Yes, we decorate.
Okay, so Nathan is rich. Anyway, no. But actually, I'm assuming that your parents' house. Do they decorate now that like all the kids are out, or like not as much?
Oh yeah, they still decorate.
Okay, cause like as soon as my sister moved out a couple of years ago, it really started going downhill, and then like this year, it's like, very little people care. We have new gutters, so that's half our decorations. We can't hang up now right there. And then so we just, other than like my tree, that's it. Like my tree, like if you were to look around at decorations in my house, my tree is the only one that exists at this point in December. So check back in next week and see if anything else has been put up. I doubt it, though. I'm gonna say that right now, but maybe we will.
But the biggest thing about Christmas, at least in most houses, is the presents.
Yes.
Christmas Day.
Yes.
All that. That's what we all look forward to.
Okay.
Don't question me.
You just went and moved on like it was nothing.
What is your favorite thing about Christmas?
Favorite thing about Christmas?
Like decorations, holiday traditions, going out, seeing all the lights decorated in public places. Family, all that, all like everything that's around the holidays.
Everything. All right. Let's see. Well, Indianapolis has their tree up already, the big tree down at the circle. We see that a lot, but we don't ever like just go down there and walk around because we'd like to not get shot. So we don't go down and hang. We don't hang downtown that much. Used to go downtown and see Christmas stuff. But now that we're all adults, we kind of don't do that anymore. Also, again, the shooting, we want to avoid that as much as possible.
Yes. That's only in the like really sketchy parts of Indianapolis.
So
that is not
half
really
of
a
it.
Heavy crime part.
So like half of downtown.
Yeah. You just have to be careful where that part of downtown. Like you can usually pretty easily figure out which part is which.
Yep, just by the amount of guns that you see on people's hips.
Yes.
Which is, again, half of downtown. Anyway, but yeah, no, there is, of course, I don't know if we'll get to go see it this year, but, the theater downtown does a Christmas Carol play every year. I don't know if we'll go see it this year, but we have seen it a couple of years previously, and it's pretty decent. And actually, it's pretty good. There is one Christmas tradition that we do every year that I love. On Christmas Eve, we put on the 1951 Christmas Carol that we have on VHS. That tells you how old we are.
Well, you realize we have that as well, and that is we also have it on VHS.
Yes. So that tells you, ladies and gentlemen, how old we are.
Yes.
So we put that on late in the evening, like around, 11, 10 or 11, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and watch it until, like, Scrooge wakes up Christmas morning, and then it's after midnight, so it's actually Christmas morning. And that's fun. I love that. That movie never gets old. Especially The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come gives me the shivers every time. I don't care that it's 1951. That thing is scary as frick.
It's just like the whole.
Yes.
You see him in the background, you're like,
just a single white.
Can I go?
A single white hand pointing, just with a giant black figure standing behind him. It's creepy. How can it not be creepy? Even if it is 1951.
Don't have a soul.
Exactly. So, gingers. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I just random like crossfire attack on gingers there. Not that I have anything against them, but like, I do have something against. No, never mind. We're gonna move on before I say something that gets me canceled. This is all comedy, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, so calm yourself. Anyway, we are at 32 minutes now, so what else about Christmas do you want to add on?
Well, there's a big thing that I quite do enjoy every year about Christmas.
Santa? You believe in Santa?
Is the whole how we celebrate Christmas. So we have a very distinct Christmas tradition.
Santa Claus.
We always wake up. We all go down at 8 o'clock in the morning. You can wake up at 3 a.m. You gotta wait till 8.
To see Santa.
We all go down. I go run down there and I'm gonna put Santa right in the butt. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, no.
But anyway, so our main traditions on Christmas morning are all like, I gotta say, if there was ever gonna be a year that a family member was not present, that would be weird. Like, just because how much our traditions roll around family.
What about this Christmas, though? Because you're all gone places for Christmas.
Yeah, but we still all spend Christmas morning together.
So
we'll all still be in the house.
So you and Ryan will both go from your apartment to home for Christmas, and I'm assuming that Megan.
No, so we actually spend the night on Christmas Eve.
Okay, and I'm assuming that Megan will also find a way back for Christmas.
Yeah, she'll be back for Christmas.
Nice. I kind of wish that me and you and Braden could do something for Christmas, but it would have to be like way before or way after Christmas, because on Christmas y'all are doing your own thing.
Oh yeah, on Christmas, yeah, we're busy from really early in the morning until bedtime.
Oh yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't gotten this yet, my Christmas is depressing. Just saying. Our Christmas is depressing. I'm going to go cry now. Anyway.
So what made your Christmas like? Because I understand you had good traditions when you were younger. Why did they just stop?
Well, we stopped going to College Park. That was a big part of it, because we would always get up Christmas morning and go to Christmas service. And I think we've mentioned this previously on a holiday traditions episode that we did a little while ago. Um, but we would go to Christmas Eve service and then Christmas morning service. We do neither because we haven't gone to College Park in a couple of years now. So we don't do any. So Christmas Eve, we other than watching that movie, which may or may not happen, um, we don't do anything else. And then sometimes, like my sister's an entire state away, so sometimes she won't be home for Christmas. So it'll just be me and my mom and my dad as usual. And my dad is um not always present. He's out a lot, so maybe he may or may not be there all of Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So very depressing. Not that I'm droning on here about how depressing my Christmas is, but yeah.
So your dad will just leave?
Oh yeah,
and go do his own thing on Christmas Day, even
every day. My dad will either be 1 in bed, 2 in his office with his door closed, or 3 gone. I don't see him a lot. The few minutes I do see him are when he comes home and gets food and goes and sits down in front of the TV and eats and watches TV, then goes pretty much straight to bed after that. Otherwise, I don't really see him much. Really depressing, but we're not going to talk about that anymore. But yeah, Christmas. Kids, when we were kids,
okay,
a lot of traditions. But
let me point this out to you. For any people who are listening,
mm-hmm.
enjoy family while you still have them.
Exactly.
Especially during
before
Christmas.
You've killed all of your family members, enjoy them. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, no. Sorry,
but
that was not a hint.
Being serious in that, cherish your memories when you still have them.
Exactly.
Don't be like, maybe next year.
You might get dementia and never remember any of your previous holidays.
Boy, that would suck.
Oh, dang, that would suck. That's what Joe Biden has every Christmas. Anyway, but no, like when I was young, had lots of fun Christmases. Then stopped going to church. My sister moved states, and my dad becomes more, dodgy. And so now Christmas is more of just...
Does your mom ever find that annoying?
She's gotten used to it at this point. It's happened so often she doesn't even care anymore.
That's not necessarily a good thing.
Oh yeah, it's awful. But hey, hey. Okay.
Hey.
Anyway, no. But yeah, no. So Christmas, a lot of holidays, but specifically Christmas, kind of almost now past like any other day, which is kind of sad. Actually, it's a lot of sad. I'm gonna go cry now.
Okay, let me ask you this one thing. Are you aware they do like a huge light show at the Indiana State Fair?
How much it cost?
Well, assuming you have a car full of 8 people, it costs $30 a vehicle.
Not worth the experience, honestly.
You've never gone.
Yeah, I've
and it's
seen
about
it once,
the experience with the people you go with. That's the thing.
Yes, so
it's not just the lights; it's going with family. Never go there if you go there alone. Yes, it's absolutely not worth it.
Yep. So that would be fun if we had family members that cared and were there. And never mind, we're getting way off. Wow, is it really 38 minutes already? We're almost out of time. We ran out of time 8 minutes ago. But yeah, no, Christmas.
But this is my episode.
Exactly.
So, all right,
exactly.
Cool. We're gonna go to an hour and a half.
Oh, so okay. All right. So, Nathan, you're stupid. No, I'm kidding. Next topic. How stupid is Nathan? I'm kidding. But no, yeah, no. Christmas is definitely worse than it's been in the last couple of decades.
Which I hate. I hate to say it. I mean, I'm not trying. For other people, they might be like, "Oh, Nathan's bragging." I'm not bragging. I'm just mentioning what I like about Christmas, and I fully understand, Nathaniel, that your situation is not perfect.
Oh yeah,
it's not the ideal Christmas morning.
Oh yeah, I lost the wonder of Christmas.
So, do you even do like a regular Christmas, or do you just wake up like it's a normal day?
we try to do some things, but in reality, no. It's mostly just wake up, look at the calendar. Oh, it's Christmas. Okay, and then that's it.
That's really unfortunate.
Oh yeah, it's so unfortunate. I'm gonna go cry out of my peanut. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Okay. But
Anyway.
this time it's going to be yellow, not clear.
Whoa. Okay. Anyway, no.
All right. Well, it's been a really fun episode. We've gone over time quite a bit, but hey, cool. We talked about a lot of personal stuff, and now we're gonna go cry because
I have the worst Christmas.
People. But anyway, we will see you next week for another fantastic episode.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for how dark that ending got. Anyway, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.